Good evening. We are here at the 2023-2024 reorganization meeting of the Harrison Board of Education is now being called to order. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. At this time, we will have a roll call of trustees. Dennis DiLorenzo, Kelly Kozak, Samantha Jaberga, Placido Dino Puccio, and trustees-elect Kelly Mulvoy Mangan, Benjamin Blaustein, Robert C. Sullivan Jr. The first order of business is to appoint the district clerk. Do I have a motion to appoint the district clerk? Second? All in favor? Okay. So we'll...
Okay. Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Michelle DiCarlo,
I, Michelle DiCarlo,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution
that I will support the Constitution
of the United States
of the United States
and the Constitution
and the Constitution
of the State of New York,
of the State of New York,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
and I will faithfully discharge the duties
of District Clerk
of District Clerk
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Sign. And it's, I'm sorry, the 11th?
Yes.
There you go.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. So we'll move on. Okay. We will move to the swearing in of the trustees-elect. Ms. Mulvoy Mangan? Yeah. Okay. Please raise your right hand and read the oath in front of you.
I, Kelly Mulvoy Mangan, do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New York, and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of Board Trustee according to the best of my ability.
Thank you. And you could just sign here. Thank you. Okay. Mr. Sullivan? You can raise your right hand and read the oath in front of you.
I, Robert C. Sullivan Jr., do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New York, and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of Board Trustee according to the best of my ability.
Thank you. And if you could just sign right here. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Mr. Blaustein? You can just raise your right hand and just read the oath in
I,
front of you.
Benjamin Blaustein, do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New York, and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of the Board of Trustees according to the best of my ability.
Thank you. And then just sign over here. Thank you. Perfect. Okay. The next order of business is to elect the board officers. May I have a nomination for board president?
I nominate Kelly Kozak in the position of board president.
Are there any other nominees? Seeing none, do I have a motion to appoint Kelly Kozak as board president? Second? All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, motion carried. May I have a nomination for board vice president?
I'd like to nominate Kelly Mulvoy Megan for vice president.
Are there any other nominees? Seeing none, do I have a motion to appoint Kelly Mulvoy Mangan as board vice president? Second? All in favor? Motion carried. Okay, we'll now administer the oath to the board president and vice president, and we will also include the superintendent of schools. So, Kelly Kozak? So if you could raise your right hand and you can read the oath in front of you, just please name down.
I, Kelly Kozak, do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New York, and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of board president according to the best of my ability.
Thank you. And then if you could just sign right here. Thank you. Mhm. Okay. Kelly? If you could just raise your right hand and read the oath in front of you.
I, Kelly Mulvoy Mangan, do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New York, and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of board vice president according to the best of my ability.
Great, thank you. And then you could just sign, yeah. Perfect, thank you. Sign there. Okay, great. And can I say this is the last entry of this book?
Does the next
We
book have
finished
year
it.
2000?
So, Dr. Wool, you get to start the new book. Okay, so if you can raise your right hand and read the oath in front of you. Yep.
I, Louis N. Wool, do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New York, and I will faithfully discharge the duties of superintendent of schools according to the best of my ability.
Thank you. And if you could just sign right here. Great, thank you. Gee, it does. Perfect. Thank you. Okay. At this time, the reorganization meeting of the Harrison Central School District is turned over to Kelly Kozak, Board President.
Thank you, Michelle. Moving on to appointments and approvals, I will take the appointments and approvals report on consent unless anyone objects. Seeing none. A, appointments and approvals. Do I have a motion to approve the appointments and approvals report?
Motion.
Second?
Second.
Questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Seeing none. Moving on to the stipends for the appointed positions noted above are as follows. I will take on consent unless anyone objects. Seeing none. A, stipends for appointed positions. That is it. Do I have a motion to approve the stipends for the appointed positions noted as above? Report. Second?
Second.
Questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Seeing none. Moving on to number 10, other reports I will take on consent unless anyone objects. Seeing none. A, approval of other items. Do I have a motion to approve the other items report?
Motion.
Second?
Second.
Questions or comments? All in favor? Any opposed?
Aye.
Item
Say aye.
Oh, aye. Do I have, actually, sorry, I will take these 11 special education appointments, report on consent unless anyone objects. Seeing none. A, Committee on Special Education. B, Subcommittee on Special Education. C, Committee on Preschool Special Education. Lots of pages. D, Impartial Hearing Officers. Do I have a motion to approve the special education report?
Motion.
Second?
Second.
Questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Seeing none. Item 12, I will take on consent designations unless anyone objects. A, designations. Do I have a motion to approve the designations report?
Motion.
Second?
Second.
Questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Item 13, I will take the authorizations report on consent unless anyone objects. Seeing none. A, authorizations. That is it. Do I have a motion to approve the authorizations report?
Motion.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Questions or comments? Any opposed? Seeing none. Item 14, I will take the bonding of personnel report on consent unless anyone objects. Seeing none. A, bonding of personnel.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Seeing none. Do I have a motion to adjourn the reorganization meeting?
Motion.
Second?
Second.
Questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
We are adjourned.
Now you get to.
Do I have a motion to open the Tuesday, July 11th, 2023, regular business meeting of the Harrison Central School District Board of Education?
Motion.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Seeing none. Michelle, would you please do a roll call? Here.
Here.
I need my, thank you.
Here.
Here.
That's correct. Oh, that's correct.
Thank you, Michelle. Do I have a motion to recess into executive session? We have a CSEA and teacher personnel and contractual matters to discuss.
Motion.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? There are none. We are recessed. Do I have a motion to reopen the Tuesday, July 11th, 2023, regular business meeting of the Harrison Central School District Board of Education?
Motion.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Michelle, would you please do a roll call? Here.
Here.
Here. Here.
Here.
Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We have one set of minutes from the June 14th, 2023. business meeting. Do I have a motion to accept the minutes? Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Seeing none. At this time, if any member of the public would like to address the board, you may do so by approaching the podium. Please state your first and last name. It does not appear that we have any public participation. Moving on to the president's update. We have one bit of exciting news. The New York State Art Teachers Association granted an award to Ami Goebel from the class of 2023, receiving the Zarabi Kimi Scholarship, which is the highest award granted by the New York State Art Teachers Association. And the award is presented to only one student each year. And Ami was selected based on her commitment to the visual arts, development of personal voice or vision through her work, and mastery within her chosen art form. Ami will attend the Fashion Institute of Technology in the fall. So big congratulations to Ami. I'd also like to note that the New York State Art Teachers Association also accepted Sarah Rowe and Christine Vitarello's workshop, Tips, Tricks, and Fun for the IB Art Framework for High and Middle School Classrooms for the state conference this November. So also a wonderful accomplishment. There is lots happening within the district. We had our first, well, we're still in the beginning of our first week of our summer program, and we have students in all of our buildings really excited and enthused with the various programs and classes. So that's an exciting bit of information. And also just a quick reminder for anyone interested, if you missed or would like to go back and review, we have links on the district website for all of the graduations and photos of students. So definitely feel free to take a look. Dr. Will, I really don't have that much more to report, so passing it to you.
Thank you. Welcome to the summer. We are in full vigor. Couple of updates for the public. Our enrollment continues to grow. Purchase Elementary School is seeing a huge uptick in kindergarten enrollment, as is the Harrison Avenue School, and we're very early in the summer. We're starting to feel some of the effects of not only turnover, but new housing stock in Harrison. So we're glad people love us and want to keep moving here. Eventually, we're going to need more room to keep them at this class level size. We are in the midst of our teacher recruitment season. We have hired many of the teachers that we need, but we're still looking for a few vacancies. We hope to have that buttoned up soon. Dr. Liedwig and his staff have been doing a really terrific job, including all of our administrative team, so thanks to all of them. Lots of activity going on in the buildings. Our oldest building, the Parsons School, built in the late 1890s, will be the first school in our district to have HVAC in all of their classrooms. Parsons is so old, it predates unit ventilators. So they have no way of bringing fresh air into the building, so we're delighted that we're going to be able to do that. That is coming out of the ARP federal funds, which will be a tremendous asset to that school, which has long struggled with air control, and this will do a lot to support them in that work. We also, over the course of this summer, will see a new roof eventually put on the part of the Harrison Avenue School that's the most difficult to get, right around the peak part. And today I was informed that the air conditioning for the Preston Auditorium will be installed in the next several days. The unit is finally here and it's on the roof, and that's exciting. While we're on Preston School, I just want to remind the public that Dr. James Casal, former principal of Preston School, passed away. And we always fly our flags at half-staff in honor of any employee who gave service and passed away. I'm holding off on Dr. Casal's flag service because he's in Florida, and I'm told the service won't take place until August 3rd. So if you wanted to attend or you wanted to be aware of why that was happening, I wanted to share that, and we wish him and his family well. A couple of other quick things, if I may. The January 26th board meeting, Michelle, maybe you could note this, the July 26th is canceled. Okay, we're not going to need it. We're going to go with the ones we have scheduled in August. because it gets a little bit quieter and the board will be away and a whole bunch of things. Also, you mentioned our newsletter, our website. I want to point out our newsletters. If you haven't been watching your email, Mrs. DeBerzy, if you're at home, what you produced in the last month is nothing short of extraordinary. Every person should have received a newsletter on the fine and performing arts, on science, a graduation newsletter, an athletic newsletter. So please take a look. There's tons of information. You can see what our amazing students are accomplishing. Very excited to share that with you as well. We're not only engaging kids in summer learning, and I got a chance to see some things today firsthand. I got to see kids filming, making a film about capturing butterflies while they were jumping off stairs dressed as butterflies and doing action photography. But our summer school for our high school students who need credit recovery is also currently underway, as well as a number of professional development opportunities for our teachers, led by teachers and our leadership team. A collaborative effort, and we will train a great number of teachers. We have a mentoring session coming up pretty soon for our mentoring, led by Dr. Mulhall and Jen Ronaldo, one of our recent FSLA graduates. So lots of exciting things going on. If anybody thinks that the summer is a time when the school system is sleepy, it's actually probably more busy now than it is during the regular time. And Michelle's nodding her head in agreement, because you can't even walk around the buildings. The custodians have the furniture out of all the classrooms. It's incredible. And a special shout out to our custodians. The weather's been tough, and they're not working in air-conditioned spaces. It's been muggy, it's been hot, it's been raining, and they push on. So thank you to all of them. With that, Madam President, I'll turn it back to you for the business portion of the meeting.
Thank you. And before we move on, I just want to give a big congratulations to Mr. Blaustein. And I know I speak on behalf of the entire board. We thank you for your time and service that's to come. And I'm sure that you will find the work very rewarding.
You absolutely will.
Congratulations.
Congratulations is right.
Okay. Moving on to the personnel report, I will take the personnel report on consent unless anyone objects. Seeing none. A, certificated personnel. 1, resignation. 2, regular appointment, SED clearance received. 3, temporary appointment, SED clearance received. 4, extra compensation appointment, SED clearance received. 5, leave of absence without pay. 6, change of status. 7, unaffiliated employee. B, non-certificated personnel. 1, regular appointment, SED clearance received. 2, temporary appointment, SED clearance received. 3, extra compensation appointment. 4, change of status. C, other. 1, contracted service provider. 2, approval of settlement agreement. Do I have a motion to approve the personnel report?
Motion.
Second?
Second.
Questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Seeing none. Moving on to the administrative report, I will take on consent unless anyone objects. Seeing none. A, acceptance of gift from the American Heart Association. B, acceptance of donation from the Samuel J. Preston PTA 5th grade committee. C, acceptance of donation from the Joseph Lem Memorial Foundation Ltd. D, acceptance of donation from the Black Bow Giving Fund on behalf of New York Life and its donors. E, first reading of revised district policy. F, approval of CSE, CPSE minutes. G, approval of CSE, CPSE recommendations. H, approval of CSE, CPSE annual reviews. Do I have a motion to approve the administrative report?
Motion.
Second?
Second.
Questions or comments? I would like to give a big thank you for several donations from the American Heart Association, from the Preston 5th grade committee, from the Joseph Lem Memorial Foundation, and the Black Bow Giving Fund. Thank you all for your generous donations. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Seeing none. Moving on to the Finance and Facilities report. I will take on consent unless anyone objects. Seeing none. A, contract for educational services, the Center of Discovery Incorporated. B, contract for educational services, Green Chimneys Children's Services Incorporated. C, contracts for special education services, Summit School Nyack. D, contract for special education services, Cerebral Palsy. E, contracts for special education services, Hawthorne Country Day School. F, contract for educational services, Clearview School. G, contract for special education services, Mountain Lake Academy. H, approval of construction management services. I, 2023-24 tax warrant. J, approval of internal auditing services, risk assessment. K, approval of internal auditing services, agreed upon procedures. L, approval of bond counsel services. M, contract award RFB number 22/23-25, AV upgrades to student union. N, approval of intermunicipal agreement for transportation services. O, approval of the agreement between Harrison Central School District and Jostens for yearbook services, Harrison High School.
No.
P,
It's
okay.
it's amazing how much work is going on here.
yeah. P, disposal of equipment. Q, approval of contract with Music Theater International, Mean Girls High School version. R, contract for health services, Yonkers Public School. S, contract award RFB number 23/24-19, trash and recycling collection, bulk carting. T, disposal of equipment. U, authorization to utilize equipment rental with related services contract with United Rentals, North America Incorporated. V, 2022-23 appropriation transfers. W, disposal of equipment. X, disposal of equipment. Y, approval of contract with Musical Theater International, Music Man Jr. Z, approval of ice hockey agreement. Double A, approval of ice hockey agreement. Do I have a motion to approve the finance and facilities report?
Motion.
Second?
Second.
Questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Seeing none.
Ma'am, before you
yeah.
close, can I just, I inadvertently should have said something during the personnel report that I want to acknowledge publicly. Tonight, we accepted the resignation of Lori Griffo after a decade of service as the assistant principal at Harrison High School, where she did a phenomenal job. Prior to that, Mrs. Griffo was an outstanding middle school math teacher, and she came to us earlier this week when she saw the resignation of one of our also magnificent teachers who's just taking time off to be with family, and asked if she could go back to the classroom for this last section of her career. And she's absolutely excited and revitalized to do it again. She misses the classroom, but I just think it's worthy of a public acknowledgement to say thank you, Lori, for the great service you've given and the great service you will give. So thanks for letting me say that. I forgot.
Yeah, of course. No, thanks for sharing. But I don't remember. Did we close? Okay.
You didn't adjourn
We voted.
yet.
Great. Yeah, no,
You
that
did.
I know we didn't
Okay.
do. Okay.
did vote.
The next regularly scheduled business meeting will take place on August 16th, 2023. Do I have a motion to close the business meeting?
Motion.
Second? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? We are adjourned. Good night.